Saturday, 11:30. I'm getting ready to go to my parents' house. My parents are about to move. They purchased a house. I'm really not in the mood to pack. Like, I am bloated like crazy. I'm on the second day of my cycle and the bloat is real. I have been fasting all morning. I actually am going to break my fast at 12. I made a huge smoothie, just a berry smoothie with a couple of pieces of, what is the name of that? A couple of pieces of this with, it's essentially the same smoothie that I made earlier in the week, but I added like 4 bulbs of this. I've been on a water and tea fast all morning to help evacuate. And so far, it has worked. I'm nowhere near as bloated as I would. Like, yesterday was crazy. If we could record at work, I would have recorded myself just so you all could have seen like how uncomfortable I was. Sitting down was uncomfortable. Standing up was uncomfortable. Walking was uncomfortable. All I wanted to do was lay down. I immediately got home and laid down. Once I laid down, I couldn't move. I had found that sweet spot between discomfort and comfort, and I just stayed there and ended up passing out on the couch and woke up like around somewhere around like close to midnight. So I'm still a little bit bloated, nowhere near as bad as yesterday. To the old gods and the new. Ooh. But like I said, I've been fasting all morning just so that my system could get a break. My body's already going through something right now, and I didn't want to make it worse by putting food in my system, and now my body has to stop processing whatever it is that it's going through to now break down and digest food. I just wanted baby girl to solely focus on getting that gas out my ass, okay? I have to pack a lunch when I go to my parents' house because they don't be caring about your girl and they don't ever have snacks. They don't ever have snacks for me. So I literally have to pack a lunch. Hence why I made this big old smoothie. In my lunch bag, I have 2 slices of sourdough bread, an avocado, a cut tomato in like a little tomato holder, and then my seasonings of choice so I can make some avocado toast when I get there. And then, of course, oh my God, I got a whole fast of dreams. This right here? Oh, Lyra. Holla at me. This right here? Baby, when I start making ice cream, cookies and cream. I do believe this flavor is only at Whole Foods. It was on sale, and I grabbed 2 boxes, and I'm glad that I did. My big ass devoured that first box within a matter of 2 days. And it's 4 cookies, 4 healthy sized cookies. My sensitive stomach, let me not call her sensitive, I'm sorry. She's vocal. We have a really good open line of communication. When I eat something and homegirl don't like it, she be like, don't do that again, and I gotta listen. This brand is pretty straight. Some things I can't eat because they have additives that I just try to avoid, depending on what it is that they made. But this breakfast biscuit, the ingredients are pretty straight. Why y'all do that? Why y'all do this to me? Why y'all do this to me? If you in the Contra Costa area and you go looking for these and you can't find them, most likely because I bought all the boxes. I have one of these, just one. I'm trying to save this box. And that should hold me over because I don't really plan on being there for too long. I'm hoping. I really don't like being places that aren't my home when I'm on my cycle. I like to be at home when I'm on my cycle, unless I'm working out. Like, that's the one place where I can successfully zone out and not trip. But when I'm at other people's homes, I'm literally like clocking the time. Like, it's almost time for me to go, get up out of here, you know? I'm not trying to bring my whole period arsenal with me. And if I stay there too long, I'm gonna have to. So the goal is to not be there that long. Later on today, when I get back, I'm gonna go for a walk. I wanted to go to the gym last night after work. I had like clothes and everything in my gym bag, but I was so uncomfortable the thought of putting on more clothes, something tighter to go work out, almost literally made me want to pass out. So I was like, I'm not, I'm not gonna put myself through that. So today I'm gonna make up for it and go for a nice leisure walk when I get back this way. I thought about taking those clothes to my parents' house and walking around there, but every time I take a walk in that area, the allergies flare up. I'm not putting myself in any unnecessary duress. Geneva is already doing that for me. And yes, I named my uterus. Geneva is already doing her thing, and I'm going to let her do her thing and not put us in any unnecessary situations. So I will see y'all later on today when it's time for work. So the walk last night went great. Toward the end, let me stop jazzing. The walk was cool, but my brainiac of a sister decided she wanted to walk the route in the reverse order. And I tried to tell her, like I've done in the past, we get that one big hill out of the way. It's a decline the entire way back. But she wanted to do it in the reverse order to avoid the big hill. But then we ended up having multiple hills, one that was almost just as challenging as the hill she tried to avoid. And it was extremely windy. It was given Earth Song, okay? Do you give a damn? What about? It was giving that, okay? We were struggling. But we had a good time. We got our steps in. Took us, I guess it took us about the same amount of time. I'm not quite sure. I haven't been keeping track. I know it took us a little under an hour. I think we finished at like 57 minutes because we had to stop a couple times to catch our breath because the wind was assaulting us, okay? I wasn't playing when I said it was Earth Song all the way, okay? So we did that. I came home, ended up eating dinner later than I wanted to. So when I got home, dinner needed to be ready. I did not prep dinner before I left because I knew it would take longer than the hour that I had right before we went for a walk. So I started dinner. It was cooking while I was in the shower, got out, had dinner. I didn't document it. I was rushing. I was rushing. I was hungry. And I want to be in bed by 10. That's like my goal every night is being in bed by 10, no later than 10:30, so that I can get adequate rest. So today I'm editing this past week's video that will be dropping this week to tomorrow. And it was like a whole thing. So like I'm new to CapCut, right? I realize, shout out to all of you vloggers who have been doing this for 11 years, right? I needed to blur the address out of the clip that you'll see in the video for this week tomorrow. And it took me a solid hour, yo. It took me a solid hour to figure out how to first figure out that iMovie does not have a blurring tool. All this money. And that CapCut does have it, but I need to be a subscriber in order to utilize that feature. And then I kept having issues. I'm trying to figure out where the blur effect goes. I had to look up, because I'm looking the videos that I initially found on how to apply the blur effect and then the mask effect, or to mask, essentially to crop out what it is you're trying to blur. The initial videos that I found were all for the phone, and in the phone it looks differently. So I tried editing I tried editing the video or the clip on my phone wasn't rocking with it. I wasn't getting it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to do it on the computer. So then I had to find I had to look up online. Like I'm actually asking the internet, like in CapCut, what layer does the blur need to go on and what layer does the mask need to go on? Like I'm literally having a conversation with the computer at this point, okay? And they're giving me specificity. So I appreciate it. It's the least you could do for not having a blur tool on this computer. Okay? All this money. But anyway, I figured it out after literally, I think, a solid hour. So now I have to take those clips, put them back in iMovie, because I also thought about just redoing the whole video in CapCut. And I said, girl, that's stupid. All this time, I've been editing this video throughout the week. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. I'm finna do this again. Absolutely not. So I'm gonna complete this video for tomorrow, this week's video or last week's video for tomorrow. Moving forward, all videos will be done in CapCut. But that is going to be the rest of my morning. I'm gonna try and knock this out because I don't want to do this at night. I'm coming back today to add this clip to this coming week's video. So y'all say a prayer for your girl, all right? I had to keep telling myself, like, girl, breathe. It's just a computer. Because I'm like, why am I not getting this? It really started to feel like math at one point. And I'm like, this isn't my first go round with editing videos. I have a skating page on Instagram, and I've been editing videos, I think for like 4 years now? I don't know why this felt like this is my first time on a computer. Like, what am I doing? Anyway, I'm not going to record myself editing the video. I just wanted to give a little insight as to what I was doing today, this morning, this rising. It's a really nice day. I'm hoping it's nowhere near as windy as it was yesterday, because if I have the time later on in the evening, I'm going to go for another walk. And I would really appreciate not being assaulted by the wind. I know it's her world, it's her thing, she can do what she wants. But what about us? What about us? It was a lot. It was a lot. So I will see y'all tomorrow, or maybe tonight. If I go on that walk, I may see y'all tonight. Hopefully I can. I really like ending my days with evening walks. I'm also recommitting myself to closing all my rings on my watch. I did good. Like when I first I've only had the watch for 2 months. And when I first got it, it was during that span of time where I wasn't going to work. So it was easy for me to close the rings every day. So it's a bit more challenging now that I'm going back to work. I can hit the stand goals easily. The exercise ring, of course, I have to be exercising. And my job is, how do you say that word? Sedentary? Is it sedentary? Hold fast. I was close. I was literally off by a letter. Sedentary. Who came up with English? Anyway, my job is sedentary. So yeah, it's easy for me, like I said, to hit the standing goals, but the exercising and of course the calorie burn. The brake system in America is just poo butt. Like 15 minutes to do what? To do what? 30-minute lunch to what? Get heartburn? As you can see, I did not make it to work today. I have the worst stomach pain. And I got up this morning at 4 a.m. to start getting ready for my day. The pain that I felt in my stomach had me like doubled over. I immediately came back to my bed and laid down.
And I've been in bed ever since. I don't know why my stomach is upset. I'm afraid to eat anything. I have a smoothie that I made for work this morning that I guess I could start my day off with. But my stomach is, it feels fine now that I'm lying down. But when I get up, I know it's going to hurt again. So I'm not looking forward to that. I really want to go to the gym today. Since I didn't go to work today, I'm most likely, if my stomach feels better or good enough for me to get up and walk around, most likely the next hours, my watch, most likely in the next hour or so, I'm just going to head to the gym and knock out my workout so I could at least get something productive done today. And then post this week's video. I'm going to get up now, actually, because granted, I felt like I needed to lie down. I hated the fact that I had to lie back down. So I'm about to get up and restart my day.
What's up? So look, I'm trying to remember where I last left off. I think the last time we saw each other was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday, I think. Or was it Tuesday? There may be a clip of me in the car talking. I don't know. We'll decide if we'll keep it. But since then, like I said on Monday, I wasn't feeling all that good. I didn't think it was too serious. So I just stayed home that day and made sure that I ate really light and I didn't, eat anything that was greasy or fried. At least I think I didn't. Monday was a blur. If I'm being quite honest with you all, Monday was a blur. So Tuesday, I go to work. I have an inkling that I'm having these stomach issues because food is just not processing normally. So I take some colon ease from Queen Afua. Let me go get it. Damn it. Let me see if I can get close to her face. If not, I will insert a proper picture of her and the product. But this particular cleanse, if you will, consists of olive oil, palm Christie oil, which is castor oil, and vitamin E oil. So I've taken this before, maybe like 2 years ago was the first time that I took it. And when I tell you it worked, okay. Trust Auntie on this, it worked. So I took 2 tablespoons Tuesday morning, right before I left, with some very warm water. I put it in the kettle. And I just drank that as I was getting ready. So by the time I got in the building and to the floor, it was doing what it was supposed to do. It's a 7-day supply. I think it has you take like 2 tablespoons. Yeah. With 8 ounces of warm water daily. And then it lists things that you can add to it. A fresh squeezed lemon or lime. And I think cayenne pepper. Yeah, cayenne pepper or 1 clove of garlic. I just take the 2 tablespoons and that's it. But what I love about this, at least for me, factoring in the fact that I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, it only has me in the restroom maybe 2 solid times with this. Now, for someone who consumes meat, baby, you might be in that bathroom for a minute. So plan accordingly. If you plan on trying this, plan accordingly. Take the day off. You may be in and out of that restroom, okay? It's going to be different for everybody. It really is colon. It's like it eases it right on out. Sometimes when using the bathroom, it's coming out like so much that your shoulders is clapping. None of that happens here. But that night, my stomach was so upset. The pain that I hadn't been feeling that entire day because of the cleanse that I took, all of a sudden my stomach was bothering me. So the whole time I'm trying to eat my dinner, my stomach feels like it's burning. And I'm like, what the hell is, I couldn't even enjoy my food. So I tried to eat as much as I could and I just tossed the rest. At some point in the night, I passed out on my couch, woke up around 2 something, like 2:30, I think. Got on my bed because I did not get in the bed. I got on my bed. Like I couldn't even, like my stomach was still somewhat bothering me. I got up, grabbed my blanket, threw it on top of my bed, and just threw myself on top of the blanket. Went to bed. I wake up 4 hours later, no, 2 hours later when my alarm goes off. And I said, I'm not going to anybody's desk to do anybody's job. I'm going to the emergency. To make a long story short, with the ED, the doctor, when I get there, thought that I may have had an intestinal infection. And when he said that, I was like, what? What does it mean? So he had a series of tests ran. They did blood work, a urine sample, and then a CT with contrast. I don't know if any of you have had a CT with contrast. It's not the worst, but it is so uncomfortable. It's a weird feeling. The contrast that they have to flush you with from literal head to toe. You feel this wave of, they say warmth. It's not warmth. It's hot. It's heat. It's heat. You're not warm. It's hot, right? And it's literally from your head. I felt it in my ears this time. It was the craziest shit. I felt it in my ears. You have this weird taste in the back of your throat. And so it just flushes you literally head to toe. Doesn't last long, but it lasts too long to be feeling like someone just threw your ass in an oven. Okay? So they do that. I'm waiting for the results after the CT. The doctor comes back and he's like, all of your labs came back good, normal. He said, even your CT is good. But then he said, but you are extremely constipated. And I'm like, oh, constipated? Like I've never been constipated before, right? I normally have like a quick turnaround. Like I don't have issues. Like I go to the bathroom regularly, like 2 to 3 times a day regularly. And I guess I didn't notice that in the last few days that I hadn't, outside of Tuesday when I took the cleanse. So I immediately am filled with like relief because I'm something like a hypochondriac. Okay. So I knew, stay off your phone until you get these results, girl. Because I would have immediately went to the World Wide Web trying to figure out what type of intestinal infection I had. So I'm glad I didn't do that. My brain was already running a mile a minute, making myself emotional on shit that did not exist. Okay, on hypotheticals. All right. So I'm glad that I didn't take it any further and just waited for the doctor to tell me. Auntie is full of shit, okay? Quite literally. So I am rectifying that with my handy dandy Colinese. He did prescribe me some other over-the-counter, but I am not a fan of over-the-counter anything. Homegirl just don't take a lot of stuff. I already have I said I wasn't gonna call her sensitive, but in this moment I can't find another descriptive. I have a sensitive tummy. Sorry, girl. Sorry. But I have a very sensitive stomach. I'm not trying to piss her off any more than I already have. So I'm like, I'm going to stick with the Colinese. I didn't get around to doing it today, and I'm not doing it right now. I'm actually headed to a spin class. It is my prayer that this issue is no longer an issue, if not by the end of this week, the beginning of the next. I'm so not trying to have to deal with this for another week. I'm helping my parents move this weekend. I ain't trying to have this problem moving shit around. I'm not, okay? I want to be shit free. I want to be able to move and not feel, a little abdominal pain there. So that is my hope, okay? So yeah, that's been my week so far. Pretty much the rest of this vlog is going to be centered around helping my parents move. I will see you all. When will I see you? When will I see you again? I don't know. I don't know. So when I see you, we'll see each other. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. I'll see y'all when we see each other. I didn't go into work today. I didn't feel like having the shits at work. I wanted to shit at home. So I took the day off. I'm feeling good. After visiting the bathroom a couple times. Feeling good. But I'm at this park that I've never been to before. And they have a nice little trail. It's actually bigger than I thought. So I'm gonna, walk this a little bit. It is kind of hot, but it's also breezy. I would have came earlier, but I was trying to suss my stomach out. And I forgot my damn headphones. I looked right at the little earphones, like the cords. And that wasn't the pair that I was going to bring, but I looked right at them, which should have indicated, like, check to see if you have your Beats. I don't. So we're going to do this without headphones, but I guess, that, I don't know. I'm just looking at it as an opportunity for me to be extra cognizant of where I am, and just play my music aloud from my phone while it's in my vest. So yeah, we're gonna see what this is about. Hopefully my stomach stays in like a dormant state until I get back home. Whether or not I run is based on how my stomach reacts when I get out of the car. Luckily, where I am is all of maybe like 10 minutes away from my house to the old gods and the new. Fingers crossed. I finished the walk. As you can see, I'm a little flushed. It was very nice. I did about, I don't even know, it went away. I think it did like two and a half miles. I felt slightly irritated midway. One of my coworkers texted me about something that's going on in the office, and it just frustrated me. But I'm about to head home, eat my lunch, have to get up out of here. The trail was nice. So I just performed surgery on my parents' new refrigerator, like Samsung. This right here, taking this off, right here, Samuel. Why is it so difficult? I had to pull up a video in order to instruct me on how to perform surgery to get this out just to clean the glass. Samsung, I need an answer. It should not be this hard to take this out. Surgery was performed just now. And I did a good job, if I do say so myself. We need to talk.